Hey, Uriel Kame here, author of Eating for Energy. Thanks for joining me for another lesson in Raw Food 101. And today we're going to be talking about how to get started with the raw food diet. We talked about why it's important to follow a raw food diet, what you can eat on a raw food diet, and a bunch of other things to help you get started. But today I'm going to give you a couple more specifics on transitioning from where you're at and getting started with eating more raw foods. Now again, I'm not a hardcore raw foodist, but I do believe that incorporating much more raw foods into your diet will make a big difference for you. So whether that's 80%, 90%, 100% raw, that's totally up to you. And all I want to do today is really give you a couple of stepping stones to get you started into living that lifestyle. So the first thing you need to do is really get clear on what it is that you want, right? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to live with incredible health? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then the raw food diet is such a great option for you. See, I've worked with close over 20,000 people, in regards to helping them lose weight, and when it comes to losing weight, diet is such an important factor, alongside exercise obviously is very important as well, but diet is such a huge component to being able to lose weight. But the problem is that there's so many diets out there that promote, weight loss and, high protein type stuff. The problem is that they're not very healthy. And the beautiful thing with the raw food diet is if you want to lose weight, it's a very effective means of doing so, but it's also a very healthy means of doing so. So not only will it help you lose weight, but you'll actually improve your health dramatically, which is a great thing. So if you want to lose weight, that's great. If you don't want to lose weight, you can still actually follow a raw food diet. I don't want to lose weight. As you can tell, I'm fairly slim. My goal is obviously not to lose weight, but I eat raw foods, predominantly raw foods, because of what it does for my health and my energy. And that's what really interests me. So when I first started transitioning from a meatitarian, cooked food diet, dead food diet, to more raw foods, basically what it came down to was this. I started removing a couple foods from my diet that my body was sensitive to and incorporating more fruits and vegetables. And that's really how simple it is. You probably know that there's a lot of raw food experts out there and authors and books, and they're all great. My personal beef, if you want to call it that, with a lot of these approaches is that a lot of the recipes out there require so much preparation. 24 hours dehydration, 48 hours for the whole process to be done. You're basically making a meal today for 2 days down the road. My approach is very simple to raw foods, and I think that if you take a very simple approach to incorporating more fresh foods into your diet, it'll make a very big difference for you, and it'll be much more sustainable, right? We can be overwhelmed sometimes if we know it's going to take us 24 hours of dehydrating something to make a meal. That's not really motivating for me, and I know that's the same for a lot of people. So keep it simple, right? Use the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Very simple, keep it fresh, simple ingredients. So here's what you can do. Assuming, let's say you eat a cooked food diet right now, you want to transition into raw foods, the simplest thing you can do is just add in one more fruit and one more vegetable each and every day. Right? Over the course of 1 week, that's already 7 extra fruits and veggies per day over the course of that week. And again, we're talking about little steps, right? Some people are all or none, so you may need to go, cold turkey from the cooked food diet right into raw foods, and that's one way you can do it. Again, you can use different approaches. Personally, for myself, I'm more of a moderate type of person, so I'd rather incorporate one thing at a time, build it up slowly until I'm comfortable in eating this in this fashion and making it much more sustainable that way. So very simple. Grab one new fruit a day, one new vegetable a day. That's 2 extra servings of fruits and vegetables per day over the course of a week, over the course of a month, over the course of a year. That's a tremendous difference. At the same time, one of the principles to really healing your body is removing foods from your diet that don't need to be there. So I'm going to give you 3 foods that I think you should remove or minimize to a great degree in your diet if they're already there. The first is wheat. This is any kind of wheat. So we're talking about white bread, whole wheat bread, any kind of these grains, right? Wheat is a very allergenic food. Most people are sensitive to it and they don't even know. For instance, you may know of celiac disease, where people who basically touch bread with their tongue will projectile vomit. That's the most extreme case of wheat sensitivity, and it's really a gluten allergen. But sensitivities can take forms in many different ways. Runny nose, itchy eyes, these are all signs that you're allergic or sensitive to a food. So wheat products, you want to put them aside. Dairy products, you want to remove those as well. We talked about this in the calcium lesson. And then obviously minimizing your consumption of meat. All of these are very acid-forming foods, and the whole beauty of the raw food diet is that it's a very alkaline-forming diet, and alkalinity in the body is a very, very good thing, and it promotes health, promotes longevity, and it promotes energy. So those are a couple tips to help you get started with transitioning to raw foods. I hope they've been helpful for you, and I really recommend coming back to the websites, the webpage I should say, to get all these videos, all the lessons, and all this great stuff for free to help you get started and really answering the questions that you need to get answered to make the raw food diet or incorporating more raw foods into your diet much more feasible. Again, the website is right here. It's eatingforenergy.ca/raw food 101. That's what these lessons are all about. And